All right.
What's up, everyone? We are tying the princess midge today. The princess midge is a fly that's been around on the San Juan for quite some time now. It's basically just a red larva or a red annelid imitation, depending on what size hook you tie it on. And this is a fly I like to fish all year round. So it's a super flashy pattern, so I like to fish it as an attractor, but it works really well in the winter time if you're trying to get just a little bit more visibility on your fly. Likewise, in the summer months, this is also a producer for me. Even in the clear water, spooky fish, this is still a good fly to use. So we're gonna tie this up. This literally only uses 3 materials, so it is a super easy, simple guide fly, if you will, to tie up. So let's just jump right into it. I am going to load up a Daiichi 1273 into the vise. So you definitely want to use the red hooks, mostly because the material that we're going to use for the body is transparent. We want to try to get that red to sort of shine through that. The first thing we'll do is we'll add some thread right behind the hook eye. This is red UTC. And one of my favorite aspects of this fly is there's certain times on the San Juan and a lot of other rivers where the fish aren't necessarily just eating junk, but they're not necessarily just eating bugs either, right? Super muted patterns. So this kind of combines the two, and it's a great medium if you're trying to find something sort of in between to make the fish eat. So I started off with a few hook wraps just right behind the eye. The next thing we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to add a little bit of tinsel. It's the small size or the extra small size. You can see it's transparent and super duper thin. I'm just going to take out a piece of that, cut it off. And what I want to go ahead and do here is lay this flat right behind the hook eye and tie that in. And I'll pull that to length so I don't have to worry about any extra sticking out. Looks okay to me. So I want to actually tie down with a little bit extra force here, because what we're going to do, we're not actually going to tie this thread all the way down the shank. I want to leave that hook shank exposed. Since this is slightly transparent, some of that red will poke through. And I know I'm tying underneath a lamp right now, but when you put it into direct sunlight, that'll just kind of get amplified. And yeah, you'll get the idea. Well, what I'll do here, and this is going to be a little hard to do just because the camera's in front of me, I'm going to make some touching wraps, and I'm going to go all the way back on the shank. And I want to kind of be careful not to tug too hard on this tinsel because it'll kind of distort the color. So I'll wrap this all the way back behind, slightly behind where the barb would be, back forward, slightly touching wraps. Like I said, you don't need to get this perfect. If you're off by one wrap, the fish will still eat it, I promise. Wrap this around the thread a couple times. Now I'll lock that down. So you can see there's a little bit of a bulbous spot towards the top. And don't worry about it if it looks bulky, because we're actually going to cover that up, which is going to be our third and last piece of material, which is UV superfine dubbing. This is just red regular dubbing, so you don't need anything super fancy or crazy. I'm just going to take a little piece that's kind of sticking out of here, and just like with most flies that use dubbing, less is more, especially because this is a 22. Like, look at this, is probably too much, so I'm going to pull out just a little bit. And the whole point of the dubbing on this fly isn't to, add a realistic effect. It's just sort of to add a little bit of bulk to the head. Otherwise, it looks really flat, and we want to sort of give it that three-dimensional appearance. I'm going to wrap this, and we'll leave just a bit of space behind the hook eye. I like to finish my flies off with a little bit of UV resin. I think this is a lot easier than putting glue on there. And we will finish this fly off. Let that soak in there for just a second. Grab the torch, heat it up. I'm just gonna snip this free. And if you want to, this part's optional. If I have some fibers kind of sticking out, I've kind of been getting in the habit of using a lighter just to get rid of some of that bulk. You just hit it real quick with a lighter and now it looks a little bit more slender. So that's pretty much it. That's the Princess Midge. This is a great producer. I think it has a place in everyone's fly box. It's a year-round fly. Give it a shot. I know it looks pretty flashy, but so does a Rainbow Warrior and Disco Midge. And those are in a lot of people's fly boxes. And I think this fly in particular doesn't get enough recognition. And of course, in case you were wondering, the originator of this pattern was San Juan guy Johnny Gomez, who named this after his wife. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed this. Tie them up. Let me know how they fish for you. We'll see you in the next one.